Man, I have not done anything productive lately. Because this game is taking up all of my free time! F*** off guitars, f*** off learning to play this thing, f*** off art supplies! Just kidding, I need these. At the time of me writing this, Baldur's Gate 3 has the 3rd most concurrent players on Steam, and the 8th most concurrent players of all time. And this is in spite of it not being a fast-paced first-person shooter, in spite of it not being a competitive multiplayer game, in spite of it being turn-based, and in spite of it having relatively complex mechanics to learn. By all rights, this game shouldn't be this high on this list. Now I'm only about halfway through the game so far, but it's been quite the time thief. My 3 hours, scarce as they may be, have been gobbled up with gusto. I dabbled in Larian Studios' predecessor to this game, Divinity Original Sin 2, and it was good. It was like a blind date that turned into a pleasant coffee outing. I'd never heard of it, and I tried it out, and I didn't fall head over heels in love with it, but I didn't cringe and run for the hills either. We spent about 8 hours together, and then, well, I just pulled the plug. No drama, no tearful goodbyes, just a cold turkey breakup with a video game. And I'm not even sure why, as something didn't grab me about it. But this game, oh, this is a different beast altogether. This game has had me wrapped around its little finger. Like, I would be at work, trying to focus on doing my job, and would find myself thinking about it, or laying in bed and thinking about it, or going online and reading about it and watching YouTube videos about it. Types of things I haven't done for a game in a very long time. And yet, I'm not eager to slap the label addictive on this game, because in my book, an addictive game is more like one of those phone apps that dabble in the psychological dark arts to hijack your brain's reward system to keep you doing something that would otherwise be monotonous over and over. They lure you in, promising quick dopamine hits, and before you know it, you've spent an hour just swiping at your screen mindlessly, only to snap out of it, look at the clock, and realize you've just flushed your precious hours down the digital toilet, leaving you with a profound sense of existential hollowness. What was I talking about? Oh yeah, Baldur's Gate. This is nothing like that. It's miles away from those sneaky dopamine traps. This is a time suck because it's actually good. It didn't pull me in with cheap tricks or empty promises. Instead, it lured me in with its meticulously crafted world and characters, immersing me so deeply that it's like I've taken up residence in its universe. When I try to think of games that have captivated me to a similar degree, I have to think of, like, Ocarina of Time or Final Fantasy VII. I have to go all the way back to middle school. Those games had the same kind of gravitational pull that this does, for the time and when they came out. But this manages to do it now in 2023, when I'm an adult, and capturing my imagination is a lot harder to pull off. And I think, more than anything, it pulls this off with how well written these characters are. Having conversations with NPCs has never felt this real to me. Somehow I genuinely care about these characters. Somehow the game tricks me into making decisions in the game differently than I normally would in a game. Instead of always picking things or making decisions based on how optimal it would be for my playthrough, I find myself making decisions as if I were in that scenario in real life. Sometimes helping people, even if there may not be a reward for myself at the end of it. Or avoiding combat when it feels like engaging in combat would be the wrong thing to do. Actual role-playing in an RPG. How about that shit?
You know, I've been catching myself smiling more lately. I think that's your fault.
It's in these small, intimate moments that Baldur's Gate draws you in. It's like a whispering into your soul, making you feel not just as a player, but as a participant in an unfolding drama. In a world that's often a whirlwind of chaos and disconnection, these moments, these virtual conversations, add a touch of poignancy.
Few mortals ever glimpse what you're about to see. But don't be alarmed. I'm here with you. Now, open your eyes.
I've heard some people express resistance to the idea of trying this game when they learn that it uses turn-based combat system. But I must emphasize, though, that this isn't Pokemon. You don't just select an attack and then watch an animation play out and then wait for your opponent to do the same. Every combat scenario unfolds like a multi-layered puzzle, offering a smorgasbord of different approaches. It's a game that thrives on the ebb and flow of circumstances. In this realm, each combat encounter unveils a multitude of potential solutions. You can tweak, twist, apply buffs and debuffs, turn the environment into a weapon, and unleash your creativity on the battlefield. Or avoid combat altogether, relying on things like deception or persuasion or intimidation. Some might glance at the turn-based combat and see it as a roadblock, a pace breaker. But from a different perspective, it's an invitation. It's a chance to ponder, to scheme, and to revel in the intricate unfoldings of your strategies. Particularly difficult encounters feel more like a chess match than most turn-based RPGs do, each turn being carefully calculated and planned ahead. Baldur's Gate 3 stands as a shimmering gem in the RPG world, an ode to the art of character design and storytelling. It's like a masterclass in NPC character development, and that's no exaggeration. The character art, animations, writing, and voice acting are in a league of their own. They don't just bring characters to life, they make them breathe and pulse with authenticity, to the full extent possible as an NPC in a video game. Though I do wish some of the dudes in my group would stop trying to bang me.
Now, perhaps we might try a more intimate style.
What the hell? Oh my God, no way.
In this world, character fates aren't etched in stone. There are characters who've met their demise in my playthrough, but they still breathe in my friend's version of the tale. Decisions you make in the tutorial can affect events at the very end of the game. It's a testament to the power of collective storytelling, where your character is just one author in the grand epic. You don't always wield the pen alone. And the music, oh, the music! I don't know, maybe I'm just still in the honeymoon period with this game. Maybe I won't be so positive on it once I've finished. Maybe the initial euphoria will begin to fade and the cracks may begin to show. But I know I'll probably get hundreds of hours out of it. This game has 174 hours just of cutscenes in it, which for a $60 game with no microtransactions, no extra DLC to buy, where the entire game is included just for the sticker price, in a world where publishers often nickel and dime you for every little extra add-on, seems like a good deal to me. Until next time.